Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, call Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum, to the sincere brothers and sisters out there, the Akib and the Aquath, diligently laboring in this truth, the tabernacle of David. All right, so I just want to get into a couple topics in the news right now. One of them that's going on in international news is out there in Italy, mainly in the area of Naples. Seismologists are worried about a huge earthquake because a lot of tremors have been going on in that area. People have been feeling a lot of seismic activity. So right now the people over there, they talking about evacuations and having to move people out of the area because they fear that a huge earthquake is going to strike Italy at any moment. Now, of course, we know this is the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and it continues to come down heavy upon these nations because we in the time of vengeance. All right, we always tell you, we always bring it out that now, hey, things are getting serious. Playtime is over, man. It's time to wake up. It's high time to awake out of sleep and come back to the Lord for you Israelites. So getting into this article here, a string of volcanic tremors raises fears of mass evacuations in Italy. It says hundreds of small tremors have shaken a densely populated volcanic area west of the Italian city of Naples in recent weeks, pushing the government to quickly redraft mass evacuation plans, even though experts don't see an imminent risk of eruption. In the latest of a long string of tremors, a 4.0 magnitude earthquake hit the region of Campi Flegrei Monday. The region is home to a caldera, a cauldron-shaped depression left behind by the eruption of a large volcano. Now, this is one of the things that the Lord told us we would see in the last days before his coming. This is Mark 13 and verse 8. For nation shall rise against nation, we see in that, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. So as we always bring it out, we are in the time of the beginning of sorrows. This is just light work. We ain't really gotten into the thick of the tribulation yet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord is just doing little things right now to, get you Israelites to wake up and to also let these nations know that their destruction is upon them. But these things are for us to rejoice ultimately. Now you do have our people out there in Italy. Now the wicked 2/3 of our people, they gonna get taken in these calamities. But the ones, because you also got brothers out there, and a few sisters out there in Italy as well that believe upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and his truth. So they gonna be good. But hey, destruction is coming to these nations, man. You see, this was all prophesied, so these things must come. Another article, powerful earthquake rattles Italian city of Naples with rubble crashing down on cars amid growing fears of a huge volcanic eruption. So this is in the same place, Campi Flegrei. Volcanic area has seen increased seismic activity in recent days. 500,000 people living around Campi Flegrei are at a risk in an event of eruption. 4.0 magnitude earthquake, blah, 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 says the quake, the latest in a series of tremors this past week, caused panic among residents who spilled out into the streets amid fears it could be the prelude to a volcanic eruption. And we've been seeing a lot of deadly earthquakes go on. Remember earlier this year in Turkey, that earthquake that, deleted 50,000 plus people, right? Then you had the one out there in, what was that, Morocco, which over 10,000 got deleted in that. Now they just had a 4.0 earth. I mean, really, you got earthquakes going on all around the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like you can just type in earthquakes on Google and you're going to see the earthquakes is going off every hour. Now they might not be as powerful as what happened in Turkey or Morocco, but these things are happening. And this is what the Lord said would happen in Matthew 24, Mark 13, that there will be earthquakes in diverse places. Diverse goes into different places. All right. So this is exactly what we're seeing, but these people are in fear. So this is to let you know that we in the last days, the Lord is about to make his return soon, man. All right, it's sooner than what you believe. See the rubble there, the cars, you know. And people have been seeing what's been going on around the earth. Now they want to attribute this to climate change and whatever else. Look, she looks stressed the hell out. She like, God damn, we just can't catch a break. Cause hey, look, also in Italy, look, Italy has been receiving a lot of judgment, man. I remember doing a Freight Trainer Prophecy episode, and it said that Italy, I forget what part it was, but they said Italy received 4 months of rain in 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, man. So hey, you've been seeing a lot of stuff go on in Italy, in Europe, period. This summer and last summer, Europe was on fire. They've been experiencing above average heat. You know, they even saying that in Europe, the heat over there is increasing more than anywhere else on the earth. So of course, we already know who's in Europe is the Edomites. So of course, we you know what I'm saying, we know that the Lord got beef with Esau, but he laying it down on them. Okay, he laying down the judgment upon these Edomites. A woman is wrapped in a dressing gown after evacuating her home amid damage. And see, when things like this happen, you can't sleep at night. You can't get no rest because you just wondering. After seeing what happened in Turkey, Morocco, you like, damn, yo, these earthquakes is going off all over the place. I can't rest. People like after the earthquake happened in Morocco, people were scared to go back inside of their houses because they was afraid of after aftershock from the earthquake, or that another one would come, and they was scared to go inside because they, for fear that they would be trapped inside their house and end up dying in their beds. So you had people outside sleeping on benches, sleeping in the street, making makeshift tents or whatever, sleeping outside, man, because that's how much fear was put in these people. And see, after this is all said and done, these heathen, these nations, they're going to know the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and it's going to be manifest through judgments, natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes. All right, strange rains falling down from the sky, signs in the heavens, man. That's why the scriptures say that every tongue shall confess and every knee shall bow, right, and confess that Yahushua is a Lord, man. Okay, everyone is going to see the Lord upon his return, and hey, these nations is going to fear. See that? So you got all kind of judgments, all kind of stuff going on around the planet Earth, man. This is only the beginning. This is the beginning of sorrows, man. We ain't got nowhere yet. All right, let me bring this out too. A devastating financial blow. California's so-called draconian. Now, notice that word draconian has been getting thrown around a lot because these are the times that we're in, man. Okay, Esau, the devil know that he hath but a short time. Revelation 12 is going to come down with great wrath because he know that he hath but a short time. So these draconian measures, which goes back to Draco, which was an Athenian lawgiver in ancient Greece, and the laws that he put in place. The reason why they're called draconian is because the certain laws, even for the most minute offense, the prescription was death. All right, so you know what I'm saying? You could have sneezed on somebody. Hey, they would have put you to death. If you stole an apple from a market, hey, they would have put you to death, man. So death was pretty much prescribed for everything. And these are the same things. This is how you know that the same people are ruling, man. Okay, the ancient Greeks, the ancient Edomites, they're back today, and they're performing the same egregious and unrighteous, unlawful works that they did back in the day. Fast food bill is now law. Here's why a McDonald's franchise group says it'll cost small business owners $250K a year. Now, of course, you have McDonald's, the corporation, that's the head of all these smaller franchises, but these smaller franchises, for the most part, they're privately owned, so they might be owned by a family or by a single person, and they only have but so much capital to run these businesses. So we'll get into the article, but if you have to pay your employees more, give them better benefits, then that's taken away from your profit. You see, that's less money that you have to run your business. So what that's going to lead to is going to lead to layoffs. Is, it's a good thing that people are getting more money because the economy is messed up. People need more money to live now. That's why you're seeing strikes all over the place. I forget where it was at. They having a strike right now. I can't remember, but a brother had brought it out in a video. They having a strike. It's strikes going on all over the place. But the fact that people are asking for more money, and out here in California, it's been granted. That's going to mess a lot of these small businesses up, because that's what these McDonald's franchises are. They're just smaller businesses run under the bigger corporations. So it says here, California Governor Gavin Newsom smiled as he delivered the news amid a throng of cheering workers and labor leaders. The Democratic leader had just signed into law a bill to increase wages for fast food workers across the state. The new AB 1228 legislation, or the Fast Food Franchise Responsibility Act, will give fast food employees in California the highest guaranteed base pay in the industry nationwide. This is a big deal, Newsom exclaimed during a press conference in Los Angeles on September 28th. What a remarkable moment. See what else it says. Meanwhile, the National Owners Association, a group that represents more than 1,000 McDonald's franchise owners, has slammed the landmark bill for its draconian rules. So they not with it. They don't like the fact that they workers are getting paid more, which, again, McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar, if not trillion-dollar corporation that has operations all around the earth. So they can afford to pay their employees more, but again, it hurts their bottom line because that's taken away from the profit of their small business. You see? Let's see here. Yeah, so they got a minimum wage increase. I'm trying to see if they... Yep.
Mayhem is a victory for hundreds of thousands of people across the state of California.
Boy, these were some tough mountains.
For some, the new bill, which raises the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 per hour, feels like righting a historic wrong.
This is for my grandmother, my great-grandmother, Johnny Teagles, my grandmother, Bobby Pittman, and for my children. This is for my ancestors. This is for all the farm workers, all the cotton pickers.
California Governor Gavin Newsom said the bill is a recognition.
Yo, Jay said this is for the ancestors, man. This is for my cotton picking ancestors. Look, man. At the end of the day, Esau got Jake in a snare because Jake believed that this is something good. It's been done for them, but really this is only being done to hurt you in the long run. Okay, really the only reason why they even signed this bill into law is because they trying to mess up the economy. Well, it's already messed up, but they try and mess it up even more. You see? Because what is this going to cause long term? This is what Jake don't think about. If you're getting paid more, right? And overall businesses on the base level, they're having to pay more money to run the business. They're having to pay more overhead, more taxes. It costs more to get supplies, right? But you getting paid, it says here, $20 an hour now, right? So if all employees are getting paid $20 an hour, it's not that they can't, but they're not going to do it because the overhead is so high just to run the business. So what they're going to have to do, yeah, you might get that $20 job, but they're going to have to hire less people. Now, you already know how it is with most of these businesses out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to work, most of the time you working short anyway because they don't want to pay people to work, man. Then they trying to bring in AI to replace workers so they don't have to kick out as much money to pay people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to pay robots. So this is going to ultimately lead to the collapse of America. This is going to collapse the economy. And as the scriptures say, there's going to come a time where there's going to be no more work for Egypt. A lot of people, they're going to be without a job. Because just like you paying $20 an hour here, that's not to say that everybody's gonna get that $20. Because right now at a particular McDonald's, you may have 10 to 12 employees working inside the McDonald's. Now that the minimum wage is higher, you're not paying people $13, $14 an hour no more. Now you got to pay them $6 more. So that's less money that the owner is pocketing, and less money is being generated through the business. So you know that these business owners, they're looking to cut costs by any means. Now they're not going to cut costs on the business, but they're going to cut costs on the labor force. Because they figure more or less, well, if we can pay people more, then they should do more work. So now instead of having 12 employees, now you're going to have 5 to 7. So now, you know what I'm saying, or 6. So you're going to have to cut your workforce in half just to keep up with inflation. You see? So, hey, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. This is 2 Corinthians 2:10. To whom ye forgive anything, I forgive also. For if I forgave anything, to whom I forgave it, for your sakes forgave I it in the person of Hamashiach. Verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we are not ignorant of the devil's devices, man. Now we know that this may seem as a victory for the people, but at the end of the day, we understand what's going to happen long term. See, we understand that, you know what I'm saying, this is really not about the people, because they could have been gave people $20. Like, why do they have to wait until the economy, which is deliberate, why do they have to wait until the economy is in shambles and people are crying out for better pay? Why do they have to wait until this point to give people more money? They should have been doing this. They should have been gave them $20 years ago, man, if they really care. But we know they don't care. This is just to benefit their own agenda. And Gavin Newsom is no different. See, this nigga right here, he, you know what I'm saying, he's been passing all kind of unrighteous decrees. But this is the victory, like, you know what I'm saying, like you heard Eve say in the video. This is the victory for the ancestors picking cotton. Man, Jake is through, man. Finish. You know what I'm saying? But hey. It's okay. So California, their minimum wage out there is $15.50. Now it's at $20 for McDonald's. Yeah, hey, that's a good thing for the people, but really it's not good, because really, you know, $20 is about to feel like $10 an hour real soon. Just you wait and see. Moving on. Putin signs decree on military conscription. 130,000 people will be drafted into the army. Now, we know that America is having a recruiting crisis as well. People don't want to go to war. They don't believe in the American dream no more. They feel as though there's nothing to fight for. And then the people that they do have in the military currently, you have a lot of moles, a lot of transformers, a lot of lady boys, okay? A lot of women and men that are only there because they, you know what I'm saying, they get certain benefits, you know what I'm saying? They get good pay. But they wasn't really in it to go to war. They just in it for the money and the benefits of being a soldier. But what they about to find out real soon is that a war is about to be on and popping. And when this war is on and popping, it's going to be time to go out to the front lines and put your life out there. That's what a lot of people is not ready for. And, you know, if you're paying attention to what's going on geopolitically in any capacity, you know that we're on the brink of World War III. You know that China is about to go into Taiwan to take it back from the West, pretty much. Putin is pretty much on the tip of like, hey, if I forget what nation it was, I think it was France. They said if France or England sends any troops into Ukraine, it's about to get real. You see? So the war drums is beating across the earth, man. See, these nations are gathered together for war, and it tells you that in the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter, around the 12th verse. All right. Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed a decree on the autumn draft into the army. The draft will take place from October 1st to December 31st. During this period, 130,000 individuals aged 18 to 27 will be conscripted into the army. The Russian General Staff previously announced that they do not plan to send conscripts to the combat zone in Ukraine. This draft will be the last one with the conscription age limited to 27 years. Starting from spring 2024, men up to the age of 30 will be subject to conscription. The new rule will not apply to those who turn 27 by the end of 2023. All right, so from if you 18 to 27 in Russia, your ass about to get sent to war. Okay, bottom line. And the same thing is going to come to America because hey, brothers have brought out plenty of articles in which the Army, all facets, the Marines, the Navy SEALs, the Army itself, they're reporting record low numbers on their recruitment. People don't want to sign up. So much so to the point where they're having to bring back old recruits. They, they pretty much, pulling people's arms and legs to get them back into the service, because that's how much people don't want to go to war and fight. Because now, the cat is out the bag. People understand that these wars are not being fought for anything righteous. It's not being fought for anything that's beneficial to the people of that nation. These are bankers' wars. Russia, Ukraine, that's a banker's war. Okay, what is going to be Taiwan and China? That's a banker's war. It's not benefiting the people. You basically being sent overseas to die for nothing, to die for some old ass Edomites that don't give a damn about you. So that's why there's a spirit in the earth of just anti-war, man. And this is nothing new. This is the same thing what happened back in Vietnam, Korea. People understood back then that these wars were unjust, that America has no business being over in these nations. But of course, the scriptures call America the hammer of the whole earth. America feel like they want to be world police, that they need to be in everybody's affairs, or whoever doesn't agree with their agenda, they got to knock them off. Okay, Muammar Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, demonize these certain men, these certain nations, went in there, destabilized the government, set up puppet leaders, and to this day, these nations are in chaos. Look at Libya under the reign of Muammar Gaddafi. It was pretty much a paradise. All you gotta do is go on YouTube and look up how Libya was during the reign of Muammar Gaddafi. You'll see that it was completely different from what you got over there right now. Since they off Muammar Gaddafi, Libya has not bounced back to what it was. Look at what they did in Haiti with they X'd out the prime minister because he wasn't down with giving his people the juice. So this is what America do, man. This is how America gets down. And a lot of people, because of social media, they seeing how America really is, that this place is wicked, man. That all these wars that are being fought, it's all for ill-gotten gain. You see? Moving on here. October 4th. Now, this could potentially be what's about to go down. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, but we can't put nothing past this devil. We can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. But potentially, this could be something. We just have to wait and see. But of course, we know that they're going to be sending out a nationwide broadcast. It's going to be on TVs, phones, radios. And I heard that even if you turn your phone off, it'll still come up. It might not come up when it's when you turn it off, but if you turn it back on, it'll still come on. So hey, we in the times now where you gotta be circumspect, man. So you can't put nothing past this devil. And we already know that a lot of people that took the Capri Sun, they about to be activated. Because when you look at the graphene oxide that in some of these people, man, it takes certain frequencies to get it to behave a certain way. I'm not gonna speak too much on that, but you should already know. Let's check this out.
But, there's a lot of speculation of what might happen on October 4th. Well, there's this really cool invention that got invented a couple years ago. It's called Teslaphoresis. Let me show you a video of it.
What we've designed, and we've done this very, very quietly, but we're glad to now release it to the world, is this idea of Teslaphoresis, which is a discovery we made several years ago, and we've been developing it. And Teslaphoresis is, the simplest way to understand it is self-assembly at a distance, just long-distance assembly of materials. And what we did was, because we're at Rice, we had plenty of nanotubes around, so we decided to use nanotubes. And what we discovered was that these nanotubes can actually string together and form wires by themselves under this electric field.
So you take carbon nanotubes and you apply electricity to them, or a radio frequency of some sort of frequency of some sort. I'm not really sure, but they said Tesla coil, so obviously this is going to be electricity. And when it hit it, these causes these things to self-assemble and make circuitry and wires and things like that, and who knows what else. It's an interesting little invention they made, and that was back in 2016, so who knows how far they've progressed it since then. But yeah, I just wanted to share that really cool.
So you said that was back in 2016. So they've had years to tweak and develop and improve this thing. So we know that a lot of people, or pretty much everybody that took the you know what, they got this stuff up inside of them, man. And as you just saw in the video, it's activated by certain frequencies. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that this is the case of what's going to happen, but it might be. This may very well be what this test is for. And it's another event. I believe Russia's doing something. Or they probably already did it today. But it was some high profile event going on, and now on the 4th, this is going out. So this may be to kill two birds with one stone. You know, this may be to test the system to make sure that everything is operating in case there is an emergency that people need to be warned about, and also to activate those that have the you know what up inside of them, man. So this is gonna happen tomorrow around 2 p.m. So I don't know, if you gotta turn your phone off, you gotta get away from electronics for a little while. Hey, do what you gotta do. But I heard that even if you do turn off your phone and get away from electronics, it's still the frequency is still gonna be going out because I believe they said it's going to last for about a minute, but even after that minute, the frequency is still going to be going out for a couple of hours. So it's really not no getting away from it, man. But just pray unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that you be protected from whatever that these devils got up their sleeve, man. Because we're not ignorant. We know what's going on. We know what time it is, and ultimately, we need that protection from the Heavenly Father. We need to get up out of this place, man, because this devil, he's looking to take out everything because he's about to be taken out. So I'll go ahead and end it right there. Hopefully this was edifying and informative to the hopefully elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. In closing, call halal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim, Rakha Kadash. Until next time, Lord willing, Shalom unto the elect, Kum Yasha'ala DTA, and a Bible ball. Shalom.